Welcome to FluentFaster, the English podcast for learners.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to FluentFaster, the podcast where we help you speak English better, faster, and smarter. I'm Nora.
And I'm Mark. Thanks for joining us again. Today, we're diving into a topic that every English learner struggles with at some point: how to learn vocabulary quickly and remember it.
Yes. I don't know about you, but I used to study vocabulary with long word lists and forget everything 2 days later.
Oh, I definitely know that pain. But today, we're going to fix that. We'll share real techniques that actually work. No boring memorization, no more wasting time.
Perfect. I'm ready. So, Mark, what's the first thing we need to understand about learning vocabulary?
Number one, you don't need to learn more words. You need to remember and use the ones you already know.
That hits hard.
Most learners know hundreds of words passively, but they can't use them when they speak. Why? Because the brain didn't connect those words to real situations.
So the first step is stop memorizing random lists?
Exactly. Instead, learn words in context. Always. Never study a word alone. Study it in a sentence, in a phrase, or with an image in your head.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say you want to learn the word confused. Don't just repeat confused 10 times. Learn the full phrase. I feel confused when I don't understand instructions. That's real. That's memorable.
I love that. It's more like storytelling, right?
Yes. Our brains love stories, images, and emotional connections. The more meaning a word has in your life, the easier it sticks.
So what about flashcards? Are they good or bad?
Flashcards can be great if you use them the right way. Use apps like Anki or Quizlet with spaced repetition. And again, include full phrases, not just one word.
I used to make cards like apple equals яблоко, just translations.
That's okay at first, but to go deeper, change it to I eat an apple every morning. Or even better, use a picture of the apple. No translation, pure English context.
Okay, that's smart. Visual memory.
Exactly. Use pictures, colors, emojis, anything that helps your brain connect. Make your flashcards interesting.
I heard once that if you laugh while learning a word, you remember it better.
That's true. Emotion boosts memory. If you laugh, cry, or get surprised, your brain says, this is important.
So basically, boring equals forgotten, funny or emotional equals remembered.
You got it.
All right, what about reading? Can reading help with vocabulary?
Reading is one of the best ways to learn new words naturally, especially when you read stories, conversations, or blogs. Real language in action.
So like not reading grammar textbooks?
Not unless you want to fall asleep.
Too late.
Haha. Instead, read things you enjoy in English. If you like crime stories, read crime. If you love food, read food blogs.
And when I see a new word?
First, try to guess the meaning from context. Don't rush to translate. Then save it. Make a sentence with it. Say it out loud.
Should I write it down?
Definitely. Keep a vocabulary journal, not a boring notebook. Make it creative. Use stickers, doodles, colors, tabs.
Ooh, like a scrapbook, but for English?
Exactly. It's fun, it's yours, and you'll actually enjoy looking at it again.
Mark, I gotta ask, how many words should someone learn per day?
Good question. My rule is quality over quantity. Don't aim for 20 new words. Aim for 5, but use them.
Use them how?
Say them, write them, use them in your journal, in a sentence, in a message, or even on social media.
Can I talk to myself?
Yes, please do. Speak those new words out loud. The more senses you involve, speaking, hearing, writing, the deeper they go into memory.
What about songs and movies? Can those help?
Absolutely. Music and film are gold mines for natural vocabulary. Just don't passively watch. Engage.
Like how?
Pause, repeat, write down cool phrases, use subtitles wisely. Start with them, then try without. And most importantly, repeat out loud what you hear.
So, become the actor?
Yes. Shadow the actor. Become the character. It's fun and it builds fluency.
What about making associations, like weird word tricks?
That's called mnemonics. And yes, they're great. Make strange, funny connections to words. The weirder, the better you remember.
I once remembered the word awkward by thinking of a penguin dancing.
Perfect. You'll never forget it now.
Okay, we talked about what to do. What should learners not do?
Great question. Here's what not to do. Don't just memorize translations. Don't study isolated words. Don't rush quantity over quality. Don't ignore review. Review is the secret weapon. And don't stress. Vocabulary grows over time.
That's so true. Sometimes I feel guilty that I don't know every word.
No one knows every word, not even native speakers.
Okay, final tips. Rapid fire. You ready?
Let's go.
Best time of day to learn.
Morning or evening when your brain is fresh.
Best way to review.
Spaced repetition and active use.
What to do if you keep forgetting a word.
Make it emotional, personal, or use it in a real sentence today.
How many times should you see a word before it sticks?
On average, 7 to 10 times in different situations.
Last one. Best advice in one sentence.
Learn fewer words. Use them more.
Boom. I love it.
All right, friends, that's a wrap on today's episode of Fluent Faster.
We hope you got tons of value and feel ready to level up your vocabulary.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow learners.
And let us know in the comments, what's the weirdest way you ever remembered a new word?
Next week, we'll be talking about how to understand fast native speakers. You don't want to miss that.
Thanks again for being with us. And remember, learning vocabulary is not about memory, it's about connection. Bye for now.
Bye.